garden friends, I'm Nikki from Proven Winners Direct, and I am back in the greenhouses ready to show you 7 new plants for Plant of the Day beginning Monday, October 3rd. For our first plant, I am super excited to show you, but I wanted you to get the full experience. So I'm just out here in this boring space right now, but it's because for the last month, every time I walk through this area, it just makes me so happy because the flowers are so perfect. So I need you to get the full experience of our first plant of the day. Look at these! Look at these babies! Aren't they so pretty? Doesn't it just scream fall? Doesn't it make you happy? Are you happy? Are you like on The Sound of Music when the kids are playing on the hill and they have their curtain outfits on that she made for them, and aren't the hills just alive? They're alive. Okay, so I'm so excited. We have 6 different varieties to choose from. They're all in these cute little wine barrel containers, perfect for fall. What I love so much about this one is it has some echinacea in it. That's a perennial, you guys. So when your annual container is done, you can plop that bad boy out and plant it in the ground, and you'll have echinacea so beautiful next year. All right, let's keep going. I have more varieties to show you. Each of them have multiple plants inside, so you're getting a combination, which is great. And here you'll see some more witchy feet in there, the sangria pepper and the creeping jenny just pouring out, but these colors are magnificent. Any fall style that you're going for, you know, these are gonna fit in. I love them. So here, this one screams Halloween for me. It screams Halloween. We've got the Royal Velvet, the Tangerine Punch Super Bells, Fireworks Grass, also has a cute little sangria pepper. I could totally see poking in. I have those like witch feet, you know, that stick into your containers. Wouldn't that be so cute? I love it. And one of my favorites is the Suncredible Sunflower. Look at this. Does that not just make you want to cry? I love it so much. We've got the Black Cherry, Supertunia, the Firecracker plant. I love it so much. Those contrasts, those colors. Some Sweet Pea, the dark kind, which is so perfect for fall. And also some over here with the Lemon Coral. A little bit of coleus in there, so like I could totally see some of those really cute green and white pumpkins, you know, not necessarily the orange ones for all of them, whatever you want. So cute. Back here, this is the Lime Ricky, more lemon coral sedum, more coleus, the crotons and stuff all throughout. Those bright colors are magic, magic, and the work is already done for you. Literally pick your favorites and plop it on your porch, and fall is going to be magnificent. Our second plant is the Proven Selections Pansies, and you have so many to choose from. I'm currently holding the clear violet. As you can see in front of me, there's some of the blue. We have some mixed sets. We have orange, we have white, all the perfect fall colors, and they come in these little quantities of 6 in a super pack is what we call them. It's the perfect size to plop really anywhere you want them. They grow about 4 to 8 inches tall. They fill in really nice, and they're super cold tolerant. So they're perfect for us right now here in Michigan, Zone 6, because the temps have really started to drop. As I said, cold tolerant, so they're perfect as you're switching out your containers. I do still have some Supertunias and such planted, but this was great for those plants that are just tired, and they already put on a fabulous show, so I swapped them out for some of these beautiful pansies. But we've got like 12 different varieties, any color you could imagine, perfect for fall. So typically I just appear at our other greenhouse, but I wanted to bring you along for the ride because it's super fun, and I got permission to drive a golf cart. So let's go. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Our third plant is the Shadowland Waterslide Hosta, and I just love this blue ruffly leaves that they have. Now this guy is kind of getting to the end of the season. He's getting a little tired, so you can see, you know, it's turning into that lighter green. Now I'm a Hosta girl, and I have about 10 to 12 different varieties all throughout my lawn, and it's a little bit of an obsession for my mom and I, but it's super fun because when they get really big and you have to divide them up, we share with each other, so you just get more and more beautiful hostas. So the water slide is hardy in zones 3 through 9. It grows to be about 14 inches tall and about 2 feet spread, so really this guy can go anywhere. But because I love hostas so much, I think they're super pretty in a really long hedge with all the different color leaves. Love that. Or a shade garden just chock full with a bunch of different varieties. Next up we have the dark purple bloomerang reblooming lilac. The lilacs really are the perfect spring opening act, right? And the great thing about this guy is you get it twice. So that first flush of fragrant blooms is going to happen mid-spring, and then you'll get another one mid-summer. And right now really is the best time to be planting lilacs because you're getting it in the ground and it's using up this time and energy to establish its root system, so that by the time spring comes around, all of that energy all of the roots will already be settled. The energy will then just go to the blooms. The bloomerangs are highly disease resistant, unlike traditional lilacs that are kind of prone to that fungus and disease. Highly disease resistant. They prefer full sun. They do not like soggy feet. Who does, right? Unless we're on a beach or something somewhere. After the first spring bloom, the blooms, when they spend out, they kind of push out those seed heads that look like little green bananas, and some people don't really like the way that looks, so it's totally fine to trim those off and to clean it up a bit, but definitely don't do any hard pruning because that will obviously sacrifice the next flush of blooms for the midsummer. Next up, we have the double play candy corn Spirea, and your search for the most colorful landscape shrub ends here. This guy is perfection. Starts off with the new growth, is that bright candy apple red, and it fades to like the pineapple-y yellow that you can kind of see around me. But what's great is as that new growth keeps coming, it stays that nice bright orange. To top it off, at the end, probably mid-summer, early summer, it has these beautiful dark purple flowers that just cover the top of the shrub. It's absolutely gorgeous. So aside from their amazing color, these guys are also pretty low maintenance. The deer and rabbits actually stay away from them, which is always a bonus. They are hardy in zones 4 through 8. They grow to be about 2 to 2.5 feet tall and wide, and they prefer a location that's part sun to sun, so really they can kind of go anywhere. But they're a showstopper and you're gonna love them. Our next plant is the Glitters and Glows Viburnum. This guy is new for 2022 and he is quite literally magic. So typical viburnum, they produce those beautiful berries in fall and winter that the birds completely adore. And that's a lot of the reason many growers will pick the viburnum is for those berries. So the tricky part is that when you want to produce the berries, you have to have 2 different cultivars planted next to each other in the same area so that they can pollinate each other, and that's what's going to produce the berries. So what Proven Winners has done is they had 2 older varieties, the All That Glitters and the All That Glows, and you had to plant those near each other in order for them to pollinate to produce the berries. They took all the magic from both of those plants and put it into one. So you do not require 2 plants in order to have the berries. Now these guys look a little rough right now. They've just been trimmed up, and the reason that we do that is it's on a cycle, so we're consistently trimming and cleaning the plants up, but the reason we do that is so that they can continuously use their energy right now to produce their root system. Our final plant is the Sweet Caroline light green sweet potato vine, and this is a regular in my containers. I plant it every year. I typically will trade out the varieties because I like to try them all, but I just love the way that it fills out a container and it trails down. These guys can trail up to 4 feet, and it always does that for me. They are super vigorous growers, so you do have to be mindful what you plant with it. It will have no problem swallowing up smaller annuals that just can't keep up, and it creates a really big root ball. So you want to make sure that your container is big enough to support that. Now in the colder climates, our annuals obviously are struggling a little bit to keep up because they don't thrive in these colder temperatures. So if you are in a colder climate like me, make sure you're still feeding your annuals. They need that to help them keep pushing out the beautiful for us. All right, I had one more stop to make because I just think this is so cool. You got to see, you know, the whole little way to our greenhouses. We have about 30 acres of greenhouse, but this house right here is where it all started. So the owner of Proven Winners Direct and 4-Star Greenhouse, Tom, he grew up here. This was his family home, and this is now the offices of our e-commerce team. How cool is that? So we love so much that we all want you to celebrate your local garden centers, and we want you to be there and spend time there and get your plants there. But when you can't find what you're looking for at your local garden center, that's what we're here for. And we're a family owned and operated business as well. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you love the plants, and I gotta go return this golf cart. See you guys.